All right, welcome in Cancers to your October monthly intuitive tarot reading. So I am here at your service to provide you some information and guidance that can best help you in this now moment or in October or whenever you come across this video. Again, readings transcend time and space. So whenever you come across this reading and you felt inclined to watch, there definitely is something here for you. So watch to the end to make sure you get all the messages. Also, don't forget to take a look at your moon, rising, or Venus sign, because there definitely is some important message for you in case this one doesn't fully resonate. All right. So we are full-fledged into fall, and as you can see, I'm making use of my Halloween cards for everyone here. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays, so I'm going to fully bask in the bliss of that. So we are also in Libra season, and the monthly themes and reflections for this month are balance, relationships, and equality. If you know tarot a little bit, the tarot card that represents Libra is the Justice card. So it really is about balance, creating harmony. And when we think of karma as well, it's about what we put out, we're always going to get back. That's the universal law, that we can't take some action and not get a response or a consequence on that action, whether it's something we deem as positive, something we deem as negative. There is all a higher reason for it, and it's all based around becoming aware, more aware of our mind, what we're thinking, our actions, our energy. And the biggest thing I've kind of been saying around the theme of relationships is everyone would typically go to, love relationships or external relationships. But really, our external relationships are all going to be a mirror of our internal landscape. So the first thing you need to focus on is the relationship with yourself. And getting to the root and really connecting with our heart space, connecting with our higher self, our intuition, and connecting with all the different parts of ourselves, and really getting to understand what are my needs, for one, and if my needs aren't getting met externally, am I fulfilling my own needs? Am I creating that relationship with myself? And that's the key to relationships. It's really trying to understand, what are my needs? What are the other person's needs? How do I show up? How do I show up for other people? And most of the time you are going to show up for other people the way you show up for yourself. So if you don't show up for yourself, and let's say you're a people pleaser, or you're always just doing what everyone else wants or your partner wants, you're definitely not doing what's right for you. So again, that's the whole key for October, and something to really think about. Again, the themes and reflections are really things for us to focus on, to help us expand, to grow, and to bring more wonderful things in our lives, and to open ourselves up to receive more, because that's the key, right? We all want to receive more. And as far as the chakra energy that I lit the fire for Cancers, this is actually the base chakra here. And this is really around your relationship with the physical, with material possessions, with your creativity, and helping you to find balance there so that you can manifest and create more of what you really want to experience in life. Okay, so let's get going. I'll start with the Halloween Oracle here. So the first card out is the Cauldron, Synergy and Healing. The Underworld, where all things pause and begin again. Maybe I'll read these first before I continue. So I do feel like there's something some healing focus here. And this could be like actual, maybe you're going through some health issues, but this is all tied back to finding synergy within yourself and looking at your emotional body to figure out what you need and how do you need to approach it to help then your physical healing. But I do feel like there is something in regards to a transition period you're going through, because there is something to me asking the universe, your higher self is asking for you to kind of, it's almost like a new beginning for you. And it can be very literal, but it can also be just energetically a new beginning for you. You needing to shift and change and to approach things in a different way. But right now, I feel like if you are going through some really focusing on yourselves, maybe, like I said, I keep talking about like maybe it's health issues. It's actually this, like, you're in this space to like stop, to pause, do some reflection, and do some healing. So Divinity has come out, Unity, and Luminous. So I'm actually going to read this Luminous card because this one hasn't come up. So it says, follow the light to guide you out of the darkness. The Luna moth is attracted to the light of the glowing moon, being guided through the night. The journey is very symbolic of rebirth and new beginnings. Just what I said. Take a hold of your own spiritual transformation that you are being led toward. Your intuition and senses may be heightened to assist you on your path of enlightenment. This mindfulness will assist you in manifesting what you desire for your future. So this is like, it's crazy. I mean, this is exactly what I talked about with the candle. Like really doing some healing, focusing on your energy and how you're manifesting what you really want in the world. Yeah, it's time to expand and connect with the greater universe to help you shift. So that's beautiful. And I do, with this Unity card, I feel like there's people that are going to help you with this. So whether they're healers, I'm leaning more towards like, there's people, there's friends, there's healers, energy workers here that I think you need to like reach out to or look for to help you in this process right now. Because there is something where I feel like your higher self is calling for you to expand and learn some new ways, more from a universal standpoint and not looking at things just from the physical world. Trying to get truth from the physical, or trying to address your health just from, a physical standpoint. There's a greater holistic viewpoint that I think you're being asked to look at and open up to, because this Divinity card, like, we all have the entire universe within us to access for healing, for support, for shifts, for changes. And that's what I think you're really being opening up to. Your eyes are being opening up to something that you're like, whoa, this is, you could come across, people online that you come across a video that you're like, oh my gosh, they totally opened me up to something that I wasn't aware of, something I'm going to change and move forward with a different viewpoint. All right, Cancers. So we got the King of Swords, Two of Swords, the Nine of Wands. Yeah, Four of Swords, there's healing, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and then the Strength card. So you've been holding So you're getting clarity. You're getting a new sense of clarity that I feel like you've kind of been closed off to. Like this could be you having, maybe you haven't wanted to address something. Or there's something here about really being okay in some sort of comfort zone. And you've been holding on to this comfort zone or this way of life or this truth because this is what you've always known or this is what you've been told. But I feel what's happening is there's an energy coming in to kind of cut the blindfold off, and you finally have to face the truth, or you're being opened up to new information. And I feel like it is going to almost break through this old foundation of yours. But I feel like the old foundation has kept you stuck in some sense. And there is something that this period has been challenging, okay? So you haven't wanted to face the truth that a situation or a path that you've been on for a while, like, I think deep down, intuitively, you know this hasn't been right for you. And there is a sense of contemplation going on that maybe you keep feeling this like gnawing at you more and more of like, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. But then you go back to like, no, I'm going to pretend I'm not listening. I'm going to close myself off from my intuition, and I'm just going to, like, you've been holding on to something past its expiration here. But there is healing that's being called from you. Healing. And when you heal, you can't not face and change your situation, because part of your issues of not healing is because you've stayed in a situation that's not conducive to your healing. This could also be healing just a long line of ancestral karma or patterns that have been in your family. And I feel like you're the one who's going to break the pattern here. And that's a lot to put, when people are faced with this, that the universe, they were brought into this world into this specific family, and they're really, one of their purposes here is to break some sort of big ancestral karma. It's not an easy job. It really isn't. And it takes a lot of courage, and there's a lot of fear, and there's a lot of people that you end up coming into this life with that want to keep you in the pattern, because they're also in fear, and they're also holding on to the old because they're afraid, or it's what they've always known. But that needs to shift. And look at this. The last card is the Strength card. So this is Leo energy. This is you finding the confidence, the fearlessness to face this and overcome this. And you will, because that's at the end here. So you are going to overcome holding on to whatever you've been holding on to. So that's a positive here. And maybe you need to reach out to other people that have more, that are subject matter experts in this, maybe therapists, like I said, energy healers that can help you through this process, especially if you're trying to break ancestral karma or patterns. You could do parts work. I always recommend, it's called internal family systems, to really connect with these parts that are stuck because of the patterns in your family. So let's keep going. We have the Seven of Pentacles, Cups, Seven of Cups, Ace of Wands. Yeah, you're just finally like getting the universe is lighting the match, and you're heeding the call. Like you're getting, there's like a passion, like just, kind of going through you of, I want something else. Like, and it could be that like, I want to be passionate about my life. I want to feel passion, and I haven't felt passion in a long time. And part of that passion is really honing in on, what are my dreams? Maybe you haven't ever focused on your dreams before because you've been too afraid, or you've been stuck to family, family beliefs on how you should live your life. And if you really did what you wanted to do, people would probably not approve, or it might mean that you're in a relationship or a marriage that, you know, doesn't support that. But you're getting some sort of new passion this month. Two of Cups. Yeah, and it could be around relationship or what kind of relationships you have in your life. Like, you want passion, you want connection, you want true intimacy. What does that look like for you, right? What does that really look like for you? Maybe you've always just stayed with things that are stable, but they haven't really been passionate. I've stayed with a job because it provides me with money to pay my bills, but it definitely like totally squashes my creativity, my authenticity. And what is it that you really want to do or experience here? King of Pentacles. Yeah, there's definitely like a focus. I think this is really a focus more on like having a stable life, like the physical aspects of having a house and what does the house look like, and having a certain amount in my bank account, or needing to have a job that society deems as a worthwhile job and a title here. But Three of Swords, but this has been the source of your heartache here. You could have also felt like you've had all the responsibility on your shoulders. That could stem from childhood, but has kind of come into your adult life where you feel like you have to be responsible at the expense of your passion, at the expense of your heart. And in reality, that's not true. So you can be responsible. You can support yourself or your family and still do what your, you know, what your soul wants you to do. And I think that's the falsity that we've been programmed with most of our lives. Ten of Swords. Yeah, this has really done a number on you. I do feel like at the heart of this reading for you Cancers, you're really going through some sort of major heartache, pain around your life, around how you've lived your life. I mean, this could even show up as like a life crisis, midlife crisis for you, that you realized that like I'm sitting here at this point in my life and I'm really looking at, I haven't done anything that I've really wanted to do. Maybe you've done a couple things, but there's so much more you want to do and experience, and you just want to take in just the breath of the beauty of life and be passionate about it. So this could also mean a potential end to a relationship because it just, you've outgrown it. I think potentially if that's true for you, you've held on to this for a long time when you probably knew a long time ago it wasn't right for you, but you stayed out of, you know, maybe it's codependency, feeling like you're obligated, something like that. The Magician, King of Wands, and Eight of Wands. Well, you're about to, like, I kind of see this Eight of Wands as like arrows going off. Like you're about to really soar or set off in life here. And definitely something is holding you back, but you're going to address this, and I think you're going to have the courage to make the decision to now choose what's really right and kind of face the fact that you kind of, the way you've been doing things is out of fear or stability or your comfort zone here. The Eight of Wands is really getting out of your comfort zone to the point where you literally could be like getting out of a location. You could be moving, you could be traveling, moving jobs. But you've definitely been manifesting this, and I feel like you're seeing more and more that you do have the power to figure this out and make life, you know, make a life that you really dreamt about. And the King of Wands too is about like that confidence and that self-esteem that you can create, right? The King of Wands builds a life through his creativity. It's not about like the physical, like, oh, I need a plan and a goal and a business plan and I need this tangible loan. And the King of Wands just goes out there. He does what he's passionate about, what he loves, and the universe just takes care of the rest. And he manifests in success, or he manifests in the love he wants, because of he's authentically aligning with his higher self, his truth. And he's just in every moment expressing it through his actions and his creativity, or, you know, he's following his bliss, this King of Wands. Let's see, what's the Ten of Wands, Two of Cups? There's something about like just waiting for the right time, I feel. Or you've been like waiting, well, I'm not going to end this until something else comes in or something changes. And I feel like that hasn't been working for you. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. So you've kind of been in this like holding pattern of, I'm just going to wait and see. Like you've been uncertain. I don't know what to do. I'm not going to make a decision. So I'm just going to stay where I'm at. But it's almost like you need a little kick in the butt to realize, like, look at how much time you've wasted just sitting on the fence, waiting for something else to happen, to get you to do something. It's like you just have to do it. What's the Eight of Wands? Chariot. Yeah, it's like the universe is gonna like push you forward, I think, pretty quickly on something. So I think you just need to like buckle up, Buttercup, and be ready here. What's the Three of Swords? Endings and new beginnings. Like, here's the thing, like, your comfort zone is great, and there is something here about, it's been the source of your pain and heartache, but also there's also some, you know, when things end, it doesn't matter if, even though they weren't in your highest good, there's still some sort of like pain about loss or changing or ending a relationship. But so there is something hard here about like you really want this new thing or you want something different, but also you've kind of stayed stuck because you also don't want to have to go through the difficulty of the end. But I also feel like you've been stunted really from an emotional standpoint here, and you haven't been able to fully express yourself, your truth. And you're like the King of Cups too, like you're a Cancer, you're a water sign. So you are an emotional sign, and you are a sign of love and connection. And I just feel like whatever situation you've been in has really kind of cut you off from you truly being able to express and receive as you really want to. So I just want to get, well, let's just get one overall card for guidance. One more. Yeah, Ten of Cups and the Temperance card. So yes, you gotta really, what is your dream? Okay, what does your dream family unit look like? What is your dream relationship? What is your dream life? And not just what it looks like, but what does it feel like? Like, what do you want to feel in a relationship? What do you want to feel in a family unit? What do you want to feel on a day-to-day? Like when you wake up and spend your day doing, you know, what do you do throughout the day? What do you want to feel? And I think you just have to also put in the intention out there and trust and ask. I do feel this need to ask the universe for support right now, and ask the universe for what you really want, and to help get assistance. And especially if you feel stuck in a situation and you don't know how to get out of it, I do feel like asking for help is going to really go a long way as well. You know, sometimes we need to just surrender to the divine if we can't figure something out on our own. And that's what they're there for. All right, Cancers, great reading. Good stuff for October. Definitely some good, passionate, shifts ahead for you. So I like this. Well, don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. Otherwise, I will see you all in the next reading.